Hello, I will be reviewing the SU-100Y, a Tier 6 Tank Destroyer Premium Tank. So first let's just get started on the basic characteristics, which are over here. It has 700 hit points compared to its counterpart, the SU-100. Guessing it's going to be more because it is a much bigger tank. 580, yeah, so 120 bigger already than the SU-100. So that's around, it's pretty good. It's really good for a tank destroyer. Its weight is 64, around average. It's pretty big tank destroyer though, a lot bigger than most tanks. Its speed is actually higher than you would think for such a big tank. Its transfer speed, only 5 less, is also pretty good. Its full armor, 60, 60, 60. It's not great. Everything is probably gonna penetrate you. But yeah, the gun mount is, on the other hand, is very strong. It's kind of like space armor, as you can see on the side right here. It will penetrate, but it will not do damage sometimes, so that's the only good armor piece. Everywhere here, it's gonna penetrate, along with the back. It's every easy penetrations. Almost no armor back there. Then you get to the standard shell damage, which is very high, but it's plagued with this huge rate of fire, which is 3.75. Might as well just make it a tier 10 tank. Its gun traverse speed, it's a tank destroyer and don't expect anything too good, but actually it's pretty good at 26, and the view range and signal range is average. Let's look at the SU-100's gun compared to this gun, because the gun is the main part of this tank. The SU-100's best gun, the 122mm, I'm going to say, does 390 damage and 175 penetration. Well, we look at the SU-100Y, which has 440 average damage and 196 average penetration, which is a lot better. Just the reload time, which is pretty bad. Just like, yeah, it's pretty bad. The tank, my stats of the tank, I don't know, I'm about to check right now, but I'm guessing they're pretty good. I'm pretty sure this is one of my best vehicles. Here, the SU-100Y. My victory rate is 59%, and my battle survived is 25%. For me, that's actually very good. I usually come out at the end of the battle dead. Enemies destroyed 0.76, that's alright. And damage ratio 0.71. Yeah, it's all good. It's a pretty good tank. To me, it's the best tier 6 tank. Tier 6 tank destroyer. Just because of its massive gun. But when you get this tank, don't think about the armor at all. It is a tank destroyer, so you're not going to really want to brawl. But it doesn't have the best accuracy either. As you can see, we're going to take a look at the gun right now. Here it is. 130 caliber, huge gun for a tank. 3.75 rate of fire, horrible for a tier 6. 196 is a very good penetration. 440 damage. It's like an IS-4 gun right there. And then the accuracy is 0.38, which is it's good for a Russian tank, of course. Getting almost there with the Germans. The aiming time is 2.9 seconds, not bad. And the weight, weight doesn't really matter, it's just weight. The engine, 890 horsepower. It is a good engine for this tank. It's a very, very fast tank, so nothing bad to say about that. Then this is where you get a little let down on the only 440 view range. Let's see, 440 compared to a German tank. Let's see what we got. Tier 6 will pick the VK36.01H. Yeah, 710 view range right there. It's a lot better competition. But again, the tank isn't known for that. It's known for its gun. For your extras, I would probably say to get the, of course, the large caliber tank gun rammer. You're gonna definitely want that with this kind of tank. Improved ventilation is always good, but that is if you're willing to spend 1,000,000 credits, which is a lot unless you have a premium tank. The armor, let's compare it. 60. Compared to its German counterpart, the Panzer. 60 compared to 80. But this is way more sloped. But like I said, it's not a brawler. You're gonna want to usually stay back, shoot, and then leave for 20 seconds around that. Other than that, this is a very, very good tank. It's very good. You can one shot almost every tier 5 except the AT2, which has a lot very, very good armor. But other than that, it's a very good tank. Very, very good tank. I do recommend it. It's at a good price. But again, it is a premium, so you're not going to go anywhere with this thing in the tech tree. but it is good for grinding credits since it has such big damage. It's how much is How much is it? It's 3,250, around $15. If you're interested in getting a good tank that's not $50 like the tier 8s, I definitely recommend this tank. It's a great tank. Now let's see it in a. Let's see its stats compared fully to a Russian tank destroyer. Which here we're facing the AT-8. As we said, the hit points is 700, but this is a lot more like it's a spearhead tank, 800, so 41, it's a little less weight, 340 horsepower, horrible, 20 speed limit. The horsepower of the SU-100Y is a lot better. Then you get to the armor, but it's an AT, what do you expect? 50 armor, no, 200 is about this, pretty good. And then you get to the average shell damage, it's nothing compared to the SU. And then the shell penetration, which is horrible. The rate of fire, 26. Basically, the amount of seconds it takes the SU-100Y to reload. The gun transfer speed is same as the SU-100Y, so is the signal range almost about the same as the view range. So as you can see, the SU-100Y is a great tank. The only weak spots on it for its armor is it's basically everything. This whole thing right here, this right here, you always get penetrated. This hatch, no matter what, you could have one penetration, probably penetrate that. Of course, the other side. But then, one good thing about this tank is, look at this. Look at the angle right there. Anybody shoots you right there, 60's probably come to 100, maybe 80, 90 in the area. Probably gonna bounce. So, that's the SU-100Y. I definitely recommend it. And thank you for watching this tank review.